Hello and welcome to my channel. I do a really weird wave sometimes. Anyhow, point is, I was thinking of what to film today and I got to the point where I figured I wanted to change some piercing jewelry. But then I realized I really didn't have anything I particularly wanted to change it into. Which led me to decide that let's go in chronological order here. I realized I have a lot of piercing jewelry, yet oh, this sounds just like clothes, having a full wardrobe full of clothes and being like, I have nothing to wear. That's me with piercings. So yeah, that led to the conclusion that I need to do a piercing purge, as in piercing jewelry purge, and just really go through all the jewelry I have and really decide what I still want to keep and what I don't want to keep. And yeah, just thought it'd be fun to take you along on that journey. Just because I don't always have a reason for everything I do, but whenever I decide to purge something, I do have a reason for it. So yeah, I thought it might be fun, so let's get started. First things first, this is what my jewelry case looks like right now. This is only piercing jewelry, just to be clear. I also have this little thing here. Normally they're bought closed off with a lid, by the way. But yeah, this just contains all the stuff that's either the wrong size, so like old stretching pins that are too big for my stretches at current, like these actually fit through the tunnels I'm wearing right now. And all piercing jewelry, as in like original bars I got pierced with, which are now way too long. But I'm basically just keeping these as spares, just in case I ever run out of jewelry or whatever. Just so I have some stuff lying around. I'm not gonna purge anything from that like tiny little thing, that tiny little box, because that's just really stuff that I'm planning on still using if needed. Other than that, I am just going to go per little section here on this thing. Okay, first off, the stretching jewelry. Like, I'm not going to purge anything from this because I barely have anything to begin with and I'm still stretching, so it's just not done yet. First off, I have these little plugs here. They're made of glass. Really pretty, and yes, I'm missing a fingernail here. That was just a workplace accident. Let's just keep it at that. I know it's missing, just ignore it. But anyway, they're really pretty. They're made of glass. They are double flared, so I still gotta figure out if I can actually manage to get them in and out easily enough. But like I said, they're still healing, so I haven't yet tried these, so they're just in there until I've had a chance to try them out. Then I have these are spirals. Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. They're seriously gorgeous, amazing. I absolutely love them. However, I did buy these when I was still planning on going to 5mm and not further. So these are 5mm, whereas my holes are now 6mm. So yeah, I'm going to keep these for now, but I will actually purchase a larger size later on. By the way, most of the jewelry I'm showing is all from alloverpiercings.nl, which is just my favorite website when it comes to buying piercings, just because their quality is amazing. I'm the sort of difficult person who prefers gold coating on everything, and the thing with the coating is it's always quite vulnerable. Like, it's just something that can wear off quite easily. And yeah, only with the all over piercing stuff I have never had it fading off. So yeah, even on my tongue piercing is still on there. So yeah, that's why I really prefer to buy stuff there. This isn't sponsored, by the way, or anything. Just, my personal preference in terms of piercing webshops. Then onto the stretching section. For start, I have this taper here, which is my 6mm taper. I am going to keep this just because for some jewelry it's just easier to use the taper to get it in there. So I think I'm going to still use this. Other than that, I have heaps of O-rings in different sizes. These are 6mm. O-rings are these really tiny black rings, by the way. They're just little elastics, really. Also sell them in, I've seen them in all sorts of colors, but I also sell them in clear. I still want clear ones. At this moment I only have black. For some reason, I'm not sure why. But anyway, I have them in a lot of sizes. Originally, I was planning on purging the very small 3mm ones, because I was pretty sure I would never be able to fit them around a 6mm piece of jewelry. But guess what? With some stretching and nudging, they actually do fit. I did get it around there a moment ago. Yeah, see? It does work, so yeah, they'll come in handy in the future, maybe, maybe not, I don't know, but I'm just going to keep those in there as well. And then lastly, in there I also have my retainers, which are basically little bioplast see-through pieces of jewelry. This, for example, is for my tongue piercing. And they're just meant to keep the piercing open without having it be visible. I have used those things exactly never at all. Ever since I had piercings, I've never used retainers. But still, I keep them around just in case they might come in handy at some point in time. Like they don't actually take up a lot of space anyway. Then onto the belly button piercing jewelry. I actually have a Purge item there, which is this little belly ring. I hope you can tell on camera, but the gold coating has faded off. This is what I was talking about earlier. There's really a problem with coating. It can fade off quite easily. At best it gives it a sort of vintagey look, but that's really not what I'm going for. So yeah, I'm just going to stuff this in the little thing with spare parts. This one I actually bought off bodycandy.com, and they do have very pretty things, but like I said, the quality in terms of the coating is just a difficult thing, and this just didn't work out. Then I actually have another one by Body Candy, or at least I got it off Body Candy, I'm not sure about the brand. It's actually really pretty. And I am actually going to keep this one in my main box of piercing jewelry, just because it's a dangle. So realistically, I'm going to use this for special occasions. I'm not going to be wearing this for days and days or even weeks at once. So yeah, I'm just not going to wear it enough for the coating to have a chance to fade off. Then I have another dangle. This one I did get off All Over Piercings. Yeah. I'm just going to only mention what webshop I got it at when it's not All Over Piercings, because otherwise I'm going to repeat myself quite often. But yeah, anyway, back to the jewelry. This is a little anchor, which you could probably tell. It's very, very pretty. I prefer to not wear dangles too often, just because I'm afraid my piercing will grow out or get caught behind something and tear out if I wear dangles too often. But it is a very pretty one, and yeah, I do enjoy wearing this. Then I just have two basics. Just a fuchsia one and a crystal AB one with like the rainbow effect. Not very out of the ordinary, but they're just very pretty and they're just really nice basics to have around. Then for industrial stuff, I just have this purple bar, which is just a bar like I'm wearing in gold right now, but then in purple. So this is a basic that's going to stay. I also have a music note. Very tiny. It's the same one I'm wearing right now, but this is a spare one. Very nice and tiny. And then lastly, I have a little bow. These are the sort of things that you can just sort of like push onto the bar when it's already in your ear. And just, you know, then shove it to the second hole and then it's in the middle. Very pretty. Then lastly I have this one by Body Candy, which is very pretty and pretty big as well. I do actually fear that the gold coating on this is also not going to last. So I'm just saving this one for special occasions, just like the belly button jewelry with the dangles. Then for tongue piercing, well, the thing with my tongue piercing is I barely ever change it. I do have these two here, which are quite pretty. With a little gemstone on the top. They're actually really nice, but yeah. Like I said, I barely ever change my tongue piercing jewelry for the simple reason that you can't even see it most of the time. Like you can't see it when I talk. You can only see it when I'm actually showing it to you. Yeah, which I obviously don't often do. So I think all I'm going to keep around for my tongue piercing is a spare one of the little bar and bottom ball. Exactly the same as I'm wearing right now. And a spare of the ball that I wear on top, which is a multi-crystal AB ball. Very pretty. And I think I'm just going to put those with the industrial section actually, because it's the same size, and to have a whole section for two pieces, that's just sort of pointless. Then for my nose piercing, that's pretty much the same as my tongue piercing and also my lip piercing. I actually never change it just because I like how it looks as it is. I do have a spare nose hoop, however the problem with that is that it's a slightly bigger version of this one and I find it slightly too big. So that's going to go in the other little box. Then I have three nose hoops, a plain gold one. And then a one, just a silver one with a pink stone. They're really too tiny to see, I know. And then lastly, one with a clear stone. Just those basic little nose things. Like I said, I barely ever change it. I really don't feel like wearing a just regular stud in it. And I really don't think I'll lose this one anytime soon, because it literally can't come out unless I forcefully bend it. However, I think I'm just going to keep this one around, you know, within reach, just in case it ever does get damaged somehow. And I'm just going to put it with the retainer so it's not in the way. And then lastly, my Helix piercing plus all my other cartilage and earlobe piercings except for the stretches. It's all the same size, so that's just one category. By the way, like the original piercing that I wanted to change, which brought upon this whole video. So actually this one I do really need to change it at some point, because like it's not swollen anymore obviously, so now this thing is way too big. And I get caught behind it all the time. But yeah, anyway, I just dropped 2 balls. But yeah, anyway, the actual star jewelry that actually caused that entire problem, I don't know, I've worn it in the past without problems, but ever since it just swelled up and all, I just don't dare to put it in there anymore. However, I still really like it, so I don't want to toss it. So yeah, this is going to go in the other thing. Then I have this little heart, which is pretty much the same idea. However, the heart actually has, like, you know, straight edges, so it's way more comfortable for the piercing. So this one I am going to keep around. And then I just have a bunch of balls and bars, just plain balls and bars. And this thing, which is a stud with 3 little gemstones on. This is actually very pretty. However, realistically, I'm a lover of acrylic nails. And realistically, this is not going to work out. It's going to take me 5 hours to get them in, and I'm not going to make that effort. So those are going to go in the other little box as well. So that brings us to the end of this video. Yeah, this little container just looks a lot more neat now. I do have only one piece of like cartilage and like 0.2mm cartilage and earlobe piercing jewelry left. So hereby I allow myself to purchase more sometime soon. Which was my entire goal with this entire Purge thing. Other than that, I'm pretty happy. I still want more stretch jewelry as well. But, you know, I'm just going to wait until they're actually healed and then go purchase those. And yeah, other than that, I have 2 empty sections now and 1 almost empty section. So I have room for more again. And it's just a lot more easy to see what I have when I'm not distracted by stuff that I don't actually wear anymore. So yeah, that's good. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please click the like button, it would really help me out. And if you want to, you can also subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of makeup tutorials, but also piercing videos. I try to do those like at least once per month. Other than that, yeah, by the way, if you have any like specific criteria, as in like when you purge your piercing jewelry, like what reasons do you have for keeping stuff and what reasons do you have for throwing away stuff, or you know, just storing it somewhere else? I'm really curious about that, so if you want to tell me, please do so in the comment section down below. In the description box below you can find all my social media accounts and names, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'd really love that. Because I also always share it there whenever I upload a new video onto my YouTube channel. And yeah, that was it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!